Hey, what's happening, my friends? Welcome back to the channel. This segment, we're going to talk about the keys to victory for Francis Ngannou and Ciryl Gane. Now, I did do a breakdown for this fight way back. It's on the channel. You can find it by typing Francis Ngannou, Ciryl Gane, MMA Slam Podcast. Should pop right up. Again, that breakdown was a bit back, so opinions change. I did make a pick for that fight. Maybe my thoughts are the same, maybe they're different present day, but nevertheless, this is going to be a strategy and tactics video on how these guys may sway the fight more in their direction. So let's get into this, starting with the champion, Francis Ngannou. I mean, it's no secret, Francis Ngannou has immense knockout power. He could pretty much knock you out with every limb. He's fast, he's explosive, a super heavyweight athlete. Francis has a great chin. We've seen him take shots from Stipe and basically shrug them off. As his career progresses, he's developing some pretty formidable takedown defense. We've even seen some offensive wrestling. That's a big deal. Also, Francis has leaned out a bit. He used to actually be bigger than the heavyweight limit, 265 plus. And I think it's been good for him to trim down a bit. That's going to help his mobility, his speed, and his cardio. Smart move by Francis, dropping down to a more optimal weight. So as far as Francis, he's not going to win a technical striking battle with Ciryl Gane. Ciryl Gane, in my honest opinion, is just an all-around better striker. He offers more on the feet. He's more technical to me, more diverse, very tricky striker. So Francis is not going to win that technical versus technical fight. In my honest opinion, I feel like Francis has to make this into a brawl, a fight, so to speak. He can't let Ciryl Gane dictate the pace. He can't let Ciryl Gane control the distance and range. He has to make Ciryl Gane uncomfortable. Francis has to explode and capitalize on openings. He has to earn Ciryl Gane's respect. And if he doesn't do these things, he's going to be in trouble. So longer distances for Francis is not going to work. He needs to get in mid-range or even close the distance, uppercut and hook range to be effective against Ciryl Gane. The option of the low kick is there for Francis. He has some pretty gnarly low kicks, very powerful legs and strikes, but he should throw them out there sporadically as a threat, give Ciryl something to think about, and if they do land, they might affect Ciryl Gane's mobility and speed, which is going to help Francis. If I was Francis, I probably wouldn't expend energy trying to get a takedown, because I do think Ciryl Gane is difficult to get to the mat, and Gane has some pretty formidable submissions. Francis will be in danger of getting submitted if he gasses out, 100% for sure. The narrative with this fight is, if Francis lands clean even once, he might stop Ciryl Gane. There's probably a lot of truth to that. But the problem is landing on Ciryl Gane clean, which is extremely difficult. That's what makes this fight so interesting, because as much of a danger Francis is to Ciryl Gane's style and his skill set is a big problem for Francis as well. Ngannou in this fight, I think he's going to have to make it ugly. He's going to have to get in Ciryl Gane's face, close that distance. Once again, you cannot let this man control the distance, control the range or the pace of the fight, because Ciryl Gane will pick Francis Ngannou apart. I don't think Ciryl Gane's going to try to take Francis down, but he may engage in some grappling and clinching, takedown attempts to try to tire Francis out. So Ngannou has to be prepared for that. He has to be efficient in his takedown defense. It's like a fine balance of stuffing the takedown, defending, and conserving energy. Cyryl's really good in the clinch, especially when he has your back against the cage. That's where he does work with elbows, short uppercuts, and he also likes to land things on the disengage. Things that Francis has to look out for. Moving on to Ciryl Gane. Well, I kind of talked about it. Ciryl Gane has to fight at his pace, a pace that he's comfortable at. He has to fight at a distance and a range he's comfortable at. He has to land on Francis and avoid those big shots and missiles coming his way, which he very well might be able to do throughout the whole fight. But distance is going to be key. If he allows Francis to close the distance, get into that danger zone where he could be touched, it's not going to be good for him because Francis is very explosive. At the drop of a dime, he can explode into a strike, and really all it takes is one with that guy. So Ciryl Gane's going to have to circle, get on his bike, move constantly throughout the fight, not get cornered, not get his back against the cage, work Francis's legs, throw some body kicks, front kicks, teep kicks are going to be effective, and basically just pick his shots. If he can survive the first 2 rounds, his odds of winning the fight drastically increase in my opinion. I think the long game, Ciryl Gane's going to take that. I mentioned this already. Possibly, occasionally, feint a takedown, attempt a takedown, get Francis thinking, tire him out. Because the less gas that Francis has, the less power he has in those shots. Ciryl Gane has to fight his fight. He's the more technical striker. He can't let this turn into a brawl. Because that shot for shot thing, blow for blow, I don't think is going to go in his favor if it comes to that. He's going to get clipped. And there are not many humans on the planet that could take a shot from Francis Ngannou and remain conscious. There are a few options open for Ciryl Gane. Possible TKO if Francis is gassed out. He can really work him with volume and accumulation of strikes. If there's anybody that has a style and skill set to give Francis problems, it's Ciryl Gane. He's got that darting in and out style. He's so elusive for a big heavyweight. Moves like a welterweight. That's what makes this fight so exciting, because these guys are equal threats to each other in different ways. I could also see a submission opening up for Ciryl Gane, but again, that's tied to Francis's gas tank. When you're tired and fatigued, a lot of things open up, and often you give up. I think the majority of this fight, vast majority of this fight, is going to be on the feet. Groundwork, grappling exchanges, if any, I can see that in the later rounds. Anyway guys, that's all I got for this fight and my thoughts on each fighter and what they need to do to win. Very excited for this fight. It's a fantastic heavyweight battle between 2 elites, 2 of the best in the world. We rarely get to see this type of fight, 2 guys in their prime, 2 freaks go at it. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this matchup. What does each guy need to do to win? What they need to avoid? Would love to read your thoughts. If you enjoyed the segment and the content and is your first time at the channel, hit that subscribe button. Like and share the video. That's pretty crucial, guys. Helps the channel grow. Great way to show support. Truly appreciate it, my friends. Enjoy the fight. I know I will. And after it takes place, we'll come back and talk about it. Until then, you guys take care and enjoy.